again, depending on the database platform that you support, I'm going to use SQL Server as my case study because that's the realm that that's my day job, that's my day to day, right? So whether we have, let's say there's native tools. These are the ones that are part of the SQL Server suite, the SQL Server, platform or tool or software, right? So things like Profiler, it's last resort. We don't want to start with Profiler, but things like your SP-HU tool, a stored procedure that shows you the current state of affairs, basically. Your activity monitor, there is extended events. We now start looking at DMVs, just different. These are all different tools that Microsoft has made available to us to help us with troubleshooting, analysis. Again, there's always your error logs as well, your reports. There's, reports, pretty much detailed reporting within SQL Server. That's crazy to show you, depending on whatever report you're looking for, from troublesome queries to long-running queries to blocking deadlocks, all of that. Again, if you're new to database administration, I just spoke in tongues right there. But if for people who have been in the game for a little bit, what I'm saying is making sense to you. And again, we teach all of these things in class at Star Technologies. If you're looking to get into database administration, it's fun. It's crazy, but it's fun. It's not boring. You get to learn, and the career paths are. I digress. Let me come back. All right. So those are the native tools that we can use for troubleshooting and getting to the root cause of issues. And then we have the third-party tools, right? So these are just external tools to, software platforms external to Microsoft, or external to SQL Server that you have to purchase. But they help you basically see what's going on within your database or do things within your database, like make it more efficient. So a lot of these third-party monitoring tools are very effective. They give you nicer, prettier dashboards, easier to drill down and find my theory is you can always find the things you're looking for directly using the local tools within SQL Server. But those third-party tools just make it a bit more exciting to use. Whether when you're using like an Idera or a SentryOne, you always better sponsor this program. You're using those platforms. Those are always exciting. Make life easier, to drill down. There's, Dynatrace, Redgate. The list is long. There's so many of them. I've used so many of my time as a database administrator or database engineer. So you use those tools to do your troubleshooting and all of that. And then you're communicating. It's very important when you are navigating, these issues. You want to make sure that you are keeping your stakeholders in the loop. Okay, so this is what I'm seeing, right? Because the more you communicate with them, it might trigger some information that they will now give you that might help your next step in your troubleshooting. So make sure you're communicating back and forth. I'm like, okay, this is what I'm finding. Is that consistent with what you're seeing? This is what I found. Did you notice anything like this? Or have you seen this before? And so that is constant, continuous communication with stakeholders while you are troubleshooting is super important. And then as you are troubleshooting and figuring out a solution, start building out your recovery plan. How do I resolve this issue? How do I, if it's where there's loss and you need to recover from backup, what's that going to look like? Do I need a window? Do I need downtime? How do I minimize and, how do I do this without causing an outage? Those are questions now you have to start having those conversations. If it's a lower environment, maybe that's not the big deal for you. It might be something where we can do this and we can shut down, restart, reboot. We're good. We can, shut down services. Nobody's going to ask questions. But if it's production, now we start talking about change requests, getting approvals, maybe do an ECAB, all of that good stuff. So the game, it's different. How you respond depends on how critical the server is, how critical the database is, stakeholder pressure, policies already in place, and all of that good stuff.